When Bryce was a little boy, I remember him dancing to the television, to music. He enjoyed that kind of thing as every other child does. When he was about 2 years old, I noticed there was a difference in him. He didn't like noise. He didn't like people singing. He didn't like people dancing. He would get very upset. So I knew there was something making him not happy. When he was about 3.5 years old, I noticed his one eye turned in. He had a lazy eye, and I'd mentioned it to his mom. She took him to a pediatric optometrist. They did the testing. They gave him a set of glasses. He was very unhappy with those, but we knew it had to be, they were very thick and heavy on his little face. School did not go well for him. He had failed kindergarten and then went through summer school, went through kindergarten again. They did what they could. They put him through summer school. He went to first grade. When he would write letters, they were upside down or backwards. So we knew there was something definitely wrong with the way his brain was able to connect with what he saw. So my niece tried to work with the school, but they weren't able to even get a handle on what was going on. His inability to catch a ball or wanting to throw a ball, even participating in anything that was outside like that, it was difficult for him. He found it very difficult to have friends. He had absolutely no confidence in what he was doing. He could not tie his shoes. He couldn't ride a bike. December of 2018, I had a car accident, and one of my therapists had talked to me about going to check out the Mind-Eye Institute. When I saw that for myself, I knew we had to try this for Bryce. So I talked with my husband and I talked with my niece as to what we needed to do, and we thought it's worth the try, and thinking this little guy's got to try this. I knew that there would be something that Dr. Zielinski would be able to do for him. When we went for our first appointment, Bryce was a little scared because he wasn't quite sure of what to expect because he had been to the other eye doctor. But after we had gone to Dr. Myers at the office, the diagnosis was that his brain wasn't being sent the right signals from his eyes. After he got his second set of lenses, that's about the time he started to go into third grade. And because of that, his grades were getting better. So as we saw Bryce improving, his ability also in confidence, in his physical activity was growing. At 9 years old, still had training wheels on his bike because he couldn't ride a bike without training wheels. Then one day his dad said, let's take him off. Now this has been a few months. He rides like a speed demon. He's up on the handlebars. He's doing tricks. He's also able to throw a ball, catch a ball, hit a bat with the ball. He's become super confident in everything he does. When he first started with the third grade year, he could only read 14 words correctly per minute. Now he can read 99 words correctly per minute after the 1.5 years that we've been doing this, and now he loves to read. So we see great leaps and bounds with this little guy, and he's over 80% of where he had been. With the last meeting that Brittany has had with his teachers, they're amazed at his progress, that it's outstanding, that he's able to do all the things he hadn't been able to do as a normal child, and the frustration level is gone, and they're amazed at what he's been able to accomplish through the Mind-Eye Institute. When I see someone who has a child with learning disabilities, it breaks my heart. But when I know what the possibilities are for all of my friends and my associates that I have contact with, that's the first thing I tell them. I explain to them what happened to Bryce, and I explained how it has helped myself. But more so, I know now Bryce has a hope for a future.